Hey everyone, welcome back to the Buzz COVIDeo series. I'm Jeff Pilch, one of the creators of the Buzz, and today I'm here with Yosh Rozen, one of the co-founders and CEO of PartRunner. How are we doing, Yosh?
Hey Jeff, thanks for having me here. I'm doing
Yeah,
well.
absolutely. How are you holding up during all this?
It's going well, adapting little by little. I think it's going to be an interesting next few months ahead.
Yeah, can you just quickly remind everybody about what you're working on at PartRunner?
Yeah, definitely. So PartRunner is a on-demand same-day delivery service um, for the construction, trades, and service industries. So we help companies with on-demand and same-day deliveries.
Got it. Can you maybe talk a little bit about how initially how the business was impacted from COVID? I know it's been like 2-ish months now. Just would be great to kind of dig in a little bit and get a better understanding of, how you guys reacted initially and kind of like how you were thinking about it.
Yeah, well, the business, because it catered more towards the construction space, and construction was one of the, well, as many other industries that either completely halted because of COVID, we saw that deliveries and distribution in the space lowered uh, from 50 to 70%, literally from that one week to the other. Um, so kind of that was the immediate impact that it had. And what we did was we quickly established a no contact on demand same day deliveries. And we started to understand how COVID was going to impact the business in the first few weeks. And we tried to kind of quickly adapt to the situation. And I can mention a few things if you want that we did.
Yeah, that would be great to get a better understanding of specific actions you took.
Yeah. So the first one that we did is that we ensured that all of our drivers had the proper PPE equipment while delivering, and that they constantly did cleanups of their cars and vehicles. We also started designating pickup and drop-off locations to minimize person-to-person interactions, and we completely removed the sign-off of the receipt while doing deliveries. So we only right now we only take pictures of the material or the parts that we or drop off, but we don't have anybody sign. So
Smart.
those were kind of the immediate things that we did.
Got it. And so just now you touched on how, the fact that construction kind of halted in this area and I guess all around the country too, and that business was impacted anywhere from, 50 to 70%. What sort of things have you been doing and trying to do to make up for that, that lost business that came out of nowhere?
Yeah. Well, one of the kind of the second thing that we did is we opened up the service and the technology platform that we have to essential businesses. So we started approaching other industries that we didn't necessarily cater to. So we started approaching healthcare, medical distributors, food providers, and a few companies in the past, I want to say 2 months, um, came on board and we're helping them with their same day or next day distribution. So basically, the platform and the service that was once only tailored towards the construction space now is being used both by the industries that we catered to before and also some other essential businesses that we've connected to.
Got it. And before this, we talked about how you are doing some deliveries for the pet industry, and you're going to change the company name to PetRunner. And I think that that's like you being able to figure out. I don't. Maybe if you want to talk more about that, but you being able to figure out some sort of other avenue to help generate some revenue was pretty clever.
Well, I think it's always a team effort. So it was always when kind of on the business development and sales side of the company, we wanted to position. our platform and the service that we provide to be manageable enough to cater to different spaces. So like you mentioned, we started working with a dog food distributor, and then there's other industries that we've also kind of moved into, but it doesn't mean that we're going to lose kind of the focus that we had in the very beginning.
Yeah.
We're kind of adapting to the situation.
Yeah, it's a smart way to think about it. It's definitely a balance, I would think. Um, has what's happened? I know you just talked about how you've tried to maintain focus on what the vision for the company was initially, but of course things change. This is something that hasn't happened in any of our lifetimes. Has it changed kind of how you think about your strategy long term for PartRunner?
Well, I think there's going to be a lot of things that are changing and will change for good moving forward, right? Everybody talks about this new now, and it's interesting to see how that's going to affect not only the logistics distribution space that I'm in, but like other industries and other spaces, right? Um, so in terms of how we want to position PartRunner is, we know that at least until a vaccine is out there and we can, I guess, really go into this new normal, we're going to have to be very precautious in how we do deliveries, still establishing pickup and drop off locations, making sure that we can ensure safety, we can have a safe service, a reliable service, and a professional service while doing what we do. Um, as of right now, PartRunner is trying to position itself as an enterprise partner where we start to integrate a little bit further in the logistics of companies that we work with.
Got it. And so I know you work with, historically you've worked mainly with electrical contractors and suppliers, HVAC, and you're working on some other verticals now. I guess if people are watching that know people that could connect you in those industries, like what would be like an example of a good connection right now to help you expand and grow into some new verticals or
Yeah, that's a
existing
good.
ones even?
Yeah, no. So I think any type of wholesale distribution. So a part runner, besides being just kind of the service, the on-demand same-day service that we do, but it's a technology platform that allows companies to have a 360 view on everything that's going on regarding deliveries, delivery locations, and so anything related to wholesale distribution, spaces that we're looking into is from the lumber space and spaces still in the construction trade world to whole food distributors and other type of distributors.
Awesome. I think that's helpful. So I mean, is there anything else that you wanted to touch on, or if there's some specific things that we can be helpful with? Now's a good time to talk about that as we run out of time here.
Yeah, so I guess it's we're in a time that we're gonna rely a lot on how we can help each other, and both in business and in our personal lives. So I think it's showing. Well, it's just kind of you make me think in terms of how business is going to change and how and how I'm thinking about it. But it's always kind of taking that personal approach to that we are humans first, right? So we have to ensure that we're all fine and doing well, and then the business can build on top of that. I think anybody interested in distribution, logistics, we are going to start our next fundraising in the next few months. So happy to talk to people out there that is interested in a growing business within the Northeast, and really excited to kind of move on out of this stage and just get back to to business, right? To like,
Yeah, to whatever the new normal is.
right.
Yeah, I think everyone's a little anxious. So yeah, that's helpful. Really appreciate the time, Yash. I know know how busy you are, you know, just running a startup in general, but on top of everything that's going on. So appreciate the few minutes here to fill us in on what you're working on.
Happy to, Jeff.
Awesome. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and be safe out there.